Hello, everybody. I'm going to answer a question that I get quite a bit, which is, are Freemasons, do they know that the earth is flat? Are we told that the earth is flat? How many Freemasons know that the earth is flat or believe that? And I'm just going to show you what is written in Morals and Dogma, written by Albert Pike. This book I was given after becoming a 32nd degree Mason, Freemason. So this is going to be part of just what is written here, a little bit of my opinion, my interpretation of some symbolism, which will probably be in complete disagreement with a lot of Masons, but there are a lot of Masons that have zero idea what the symbolism even means in the first 3 degrees in the Blue Lodge. So, that being said, we're going to establish that that in Masonry, the 3 great lights in Masonry is the Holy Bible, square, and compasses. So the Holy Bible, square, and compasses represent the 3 great lights in Masonry. Okay. So there's nothing more iconic in Masonry than the square and compass and like the G. You see this on a ring, you see it on a vehicle badge and emblems, you automatically know Freemason. Okay, it is the most recognizable symbol for Masons. Okay, so within Masonry, everything has multiple meanings. There are layers and layers to the symbolism and what it represents, and you can continue to peel those layers back and go deeper and deeper, and that is the continuing education of the Mason. That is what to continuously search for light, for knowledge, to dig deeper is what a Mason's supposed to do. However, most Masons do not do that. They go through and get to the 3rd degree and they become a Master Mason, and that pretty much for the most part might end their career or their progression in Masonry. So let's just see what is written in Morals and Dogma in the first chapter as it relates to the square. It says, the square is a right angle formed by 2 right lines. It is adapted only to a plane surface and belongs only to geometry, earth measurement, and trigonometry, which deals only with planes and with the earth, which the ancients supposed to be a plane. The compass describes circles and deals with spherical trigonometry, the science of spheres and heavens, which therefore is an emblem of what concerns the earth and the body, the latter of what concerns the heavens and the soul. Okay, so since there's multiple meanings of square and compasses, and initially, yes, the square is for plane measurement, okay? The ancients understood that the earth was a plane, fixed, immovable, set upon pillars. It has only been, I believe, since the latter part of the 18th century, that the pillars of Jachin and Boaz with the globe and the celestial sphere sitting on top, which happens to actually be in our lodge. When you walk into our lodge, you will see 2 columns, 2 pillars, and upon them is a globe and is the spherical representation of the heavens and the stars. This symbol was only introduced into Freemasonry in the late 18th century, and my opinion is that it is influenced by the Royal Society and their pursuit of astronomy and their belief, going back into Isaac Newton and this idea of us being on a globe, that this is where they've influenced and saturated this image and this into the lodge to current day. But if you go back to even what Morals and Dogma writes, which is written in here, is that the ancients supposed it to be a plane. So this book starts off with making sure to mention the use of these two tools in how they're used and represented as far as earth and with heaven. Now we can go even further and talk about the interlacing of earth and heaven and angels and man or woman, the Genesis 6 conspiracy. I think that's an awesome subject to get into, and how that's represented in the square and compasses. I think that's a great discussion. So that's what we start off with. Then when we get back to the 32nd degree, Sublime Prince of the Royal Secret, and I'm looking forward to doing a video on what is the Royal Secret. I'll tell you what the Royal Secret is in the 32nd degree, but in a different video. You have to stay tuned. So, symbolism of the blue degrees. So, at the end of Morals and Dogma, they're going to start to summarize, kind of sum up the book and go back to the beginning, which is what the symbolism of the blue degree. And it clearly says, this square is an instrument adapted for plane surfaces only, and therefore appropriate to geometry or measurement of the earth, which appears to be and was by the ancients supposed to be a plane. Letting us know, again, that these tools are used for the measurement of a plane, flat earth. Not a globe earth, not a spherical earth, a plane earth. It's just, since the influence of the Royal Society, science, in their perversion, that we get this idol. That's my opinion. This is at least the fact of what's written in the book. Now, somebody might argue that, that's just symbolic and, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Why can't we take things literal? I think that that's probably the biggest mistake that people make with the Bible, is they don't want to take it literal. And, I think that the evidence and that the truth is right there in front of your face, and it's always been there. And so people have just allowed themselves to be brainwashed by scientism into this image, which is not our reality. It is not what we perceive, and it's not what we can actually measure. Why can't we measure curvature? Because it doesn't exist. Why are we given a square? To actually measure the plane of Earth. I look forward to the comments in this section. I assume that some people are going to have some pretty strong opinions about this, but I thought that would just be a quick little nugget of information that is in Morals and Dogma. So for those that agree, disagree, I'd like to get your opinion. Other than that, I guess the answer, the biggest question, so do Masons know this? I don't know. I'm aware of it. I know that there are a lot of Masons that are aware of it. I think it's just hiding in plain sight. And so for the Mason that really wants to go down the rabbit hole and do his research and get further into the symbolism and meaning, and understand that he's brought back full circle back to the beginning again, which is the earth is a plane. Let me know what you think. Bye.